So here's Zephyr, and it's day 25 now, and it's March 18th. So he had some days off because I had an event to go to, but I'm back, and this is my day off, so thus the different attire. But you can see he's doing a really good job now of picking up his feet and working on getting him comfortable with the farrier and putting the leg in between my legs. So, and just working with a lot of positive association there when it comes to picking up the feet, and he's responding really well to it. So just going back and forth, working on the grooming and picking up the feet. And you can see this right hind has already gotten a lot better, and again, he's doing a really good job of trusting me here and feels pretty good and relaxed. So I was really pleased about that. And I'm still working on my technique of delivering. I like to have my arm pretty straight out so they don't get to mugging you, and making sure that's a nice clean pattern for him. And then working on the sound of padding, because Mustangs aren't used to being patted, so you have to make sure you create that as a positive association, because it's just natural for humans to pat them, and they'll see it as a positive reward. So introducing him to the hose, he was pretty dirty, and he hadn't had a bath yet, so I thought it was a nice warm day and it'd be a good time to introduce him to a bath. So introduce the hose to him. However, I like to take him off the cross ties, because as you can see, he is a little bit worried about the water. And for some of them, the dripping sensation can be a little bit funny. It feels funny. You can see he's a little twitchy. And so I'm just going to ask him to stay over here next to this wall. Now, it's a little bit precarious there because there is that gap. The shovel is right there, but trying to get them a little bit interested in the water with the hose, because sometimes with them, when you introduce it, you can introduce it to their nose and they go, oh, it's water, we drink it, and then they relax. So he was a little bit nervous, but I tried to help him out there, just adding a little bit of pressure. And sometimes people like to start with the legs and move up. I've had that can make them want to move around a little bit more, so sometimes I'll start with the shoulder, and I'm just trying to give him a minute here to get used to the feeling. And I'm just going to kind of keep it on the shoulder in the barrel. I'm not going to move to the back legs yet. As you can see, he wants to kind of wiggle around and put himself in that space where he thinks he can get out, but that's to be fair because he's unsure and scared and doesn't quite know what this feeling is. So it's kind of like my job to help him through this and help him make sure it feels good. So now he's starting to relax a little bit, and I feel like I can go a little bit further back. And I'm just going to show him the water again, because he does play with his water out in his field, and he'll play with the hose out there. So he's had some introduction to the hose, and you can see he's a little worried, but he's handling it pretty well here. And not wanting to run away, so that was really good. So I put him back in the cross ties so I could soap him up with, and I like to use the Espana Silk. I like to use the antibacterial one. It works pretty good down here. And he's feeling pretty comfortable that I can kind of scrub all the parts. And especially with it being warmer days now and kind of the shedding, there he got a little bit worried. So I'm just going to try to position him back in a better spot. Sometimes it can be hard with them too when they see the white soapy suds on the floor. So I'm just going to keep kind of redirecting him over to where it's not as easy for him to just run away. So you can see here he's a little braced, he's a little worried. But then he starts to relax a little bit. And then I'm able to do the same on the other side. And he's actually starting to drop his head down. I sped this up for you guys because it takes a while to get all the soap out. So once that's done and I feel confident that I've gotten all the soap out, but what's great too is if you accidentally can't, the Espana silk is made from all natural ingredients, so it does a really good job of not drying them out. But I've got no worries there. Got all the soap off. Now we're sweat scraping, and he's handling that really well because, again, he's used to me having things and currying him, so sweat scraper wasn't too difficult of a task. And introducing him to the fly spray bottle. He's handling it like a champ. And also for my fly spray, I like to have a little bit of neem oil. Really helps with the fungus down here and also with the bugs. So just going to go to the other side. And he handles that like a champ. So our first bath accomplished, and that should really help him feel a little bit better. And I was really pleased. He did a really good job. Even though he got a little bit nervous, he was a very good boy.